even tempted to visit Tibet, but were discouraged by the prospect of long-distance traveling and altitude sickness. Now we have another option, which will offer you an insight into the fascinating Tibetan religion and culture without the hard work. It's Xiahe County, down there in the valley, in southern part of Gansu province. Welcome to Travelog. For any traveler, the heart and soul of Xiahe County is Labrang Monastery. It's one of the 6 most prestigious monasteries of Tibetan Buddhism's Yellow sect. First built about 300 years ago, Labrang stands as both a holy pilgrimage site for Buddhists and a prominent education center for passing on Tibetan culture. It is composed of 6 colleges, each specializing in some aspect of Buddhist studies or traditional Tibetan science and arts. Here, students can apply themselves to subjects as diverse as Tibetan medicine and rhetoric. The fame of Labrang draws pious pilgrims from far and near. Some prostrate themselves on the way from their homes to their destination. The trip can be a matter of kilometers, and the act is seen as a show of dedication and devotion. The pilgrims usually walk 3 steps and then prostrate themselves once, touching the ground with their arms, forehead, and fully extended body. It's not an easy task. It's also not the only way to get there. You always have the option of modern transport. To get to Labrang, you can first fly to the Gansu provincial capital of Lanzhou, and then head south by bus. 5 hours later, and you'll arrive in Xiahe, some 3,000 meters above sea level. It's already midsummer, but it's still freezingly cold early in the morning. But this is the best time to see the local people paying respect to their Buddha. Turning the prayer wheel around the sprawling monastery is an important part of the pilgrim's ritual, especially in the early morning. If you want to join them in this practice, you have to remember to turn the wheel clockwise. Why? Because the prayer wheels contain sutras, Buddhist scriptures. The sutras are arranged in a clockwise way, so when people spin the wheel around, it's like they're reading the scriptures. If you turn them the other way, you are reading the sutras backwards. In the past, most Tibetans were illiterate, and so I guess people came up with this method to make sure that as many devotees as possible could say the prayers. There's more than 1,000 prayer wheels lining the perimeter of the monastery compound, and people follow a well-worn clockwise path around the buildings as they turn the wheels. The Grand Sutra Hall is the biggest in the monastery and can seat as many as 4,000 monks. When I arrived, the place was littered with booths. It was the 15th day of the lunar month, and the monks were reciting sutras. They are not supposed to wear shoes inside the hall, so they all walk around barefoot.
Different from where we come from. It's much more peaceful, and the people have a very different culture, so it's like being in a whole new world.
Anything impress you most? Anything interesting?
I think the inner peace of the people here.
Of the
They seem so
Tibetans
calm
especially.
and happy, and the atmosphere and everything is so calming.
I feel like a guest here, and usually if you go into a temple, you feel it's from the tourists, not from the people itself. And here we are really a guest. That's what I like about this place.
Many monasteries in the area hold big festivals early in the first month of the Chinese New Year. The celebrations can last for about 2 weeks. It's worth hiring an English-speaking guide to take you around Labaran. A guide can not only explain Buddhist ideas, but also what's going on in the monastery.
When you come to the monastery, you might not bump into group reciting as I did, but you can always visit the homes of the monks. They all live in the monastery. The monks lead a simple life and are mostly friendly, though few speak Chinese or English. There are a number of strict rules to follow, and reading scriptures is an essential part of their daily routine. The monastery has 6 sutra halls and 84 temples, so it would take days to see it all. As I roamed around, a special song led me to something unexpected. The monks performed as a group and appeared to be in rehearsals. These are not only musical but also religious instruments. Each of these trumpets is about 5 meters long and has a spiritual value.